consensual oral sex? And if you do you spit or swallow? And if you don't,
Hey,
why?
welcome to Pillow Talk with the Tea. This is
Happy Tuesday. Happy Thursday.
Thank you. There we go. It's like you need a background check, a credit check, a mental psychological check. Hey, what's going on? Happy motherfucking Thursday. This is your girl, Kwamia, but for those that can't pronounce my name, you call me Q, Kwa, or either Queen. I'm your founder, CEO, creator, and most importantly, your host of Pillow Talk with the Tea podcast. Tonight, we have a great, energetic episode tonight. You guys see my beautiful, amazing panelists, which we're going to dive into some amazing tea. So, of course, you know, I got the tea here high. It's all hot and steamy. So, in regards to that, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk some shit. We're going to be candid, raw, transparent, and we're going to talk about that big-ass pink elephant in the room, right, y'all? So, everybody just say hello to the Pillow Talk with the Tea family.
Hey.
So, of course,
Hey.
Yes. So we're going to make sure you guys introduce yourselves to the PTWTT family so they get to know some of you guys. They do know some of you guys. They know you guys from a distance. But other than that, let them actually personally know you guys. So we're going to start with Drunk with Friends. Let the people know who you are.
Hey guys, this is Drunk with Friends. My name is V.
I'm Willis.
And we are Drunk with Friends. We drink. We talk about different topics, talk shit, probably stuff that people don't like, but we don't care because, you know, it's just how we do. We talk about things that people have different opinions on. There's always a devil's advocate in the room. You know how we do. Things that we probably can't talk about the office, but you know, we have to talk about it on our platform. And we are just excited to be on the show with Miss Q herself, the queen herself.
Yes, thank you guys so much for coming on. And next, we're going to move to Crystal Moon. Let the people know who you are, what you do, what you bring to the universe.
Hello, everyone. I am Crystal. I am the owner of Always Been Solid. I started my journey maybe about a year or two ago, and it's transitioned more into energy. Energy is powerful, and like I tell people, you got to know your energy to realize whose other energy you're taking on. That's a big thing that I deal with right now because I can be in a good mood, and then it's like, oh shit, what happened? And energy transfers. So I'm just deep diving and just trying to inform, our community. Another thing that I'm a Reiki practitioner, and that is something that I love doing. And I just, like I said, just want to, inform the community more about energy healing. And I look forward to, answering questions, talking it up, and just having a good time tonight.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm glad I put you on this panel because we talk about some good old energy and how negative and nasty it could be. But other than that, yeah, we're gonna need some of that educational. So the girls from Small Talk, let you know who you guys are.
I'll chime in first. I'm Brittany. I am a co-host with Asia from Small Talk. We keep ours nice, short, and sweet. Two queens, two perspectives, one topic all the time. You can find us at Just Small Talk on Instagram. We're also two social workers. We're also two therapists. So we like to dig in our bag a little bit sometimes and get into some heavy topics. So we're definitely excited to be here tonight. Thank you for inviting us.
No problem.
Hey, Britt said it all.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate you guys accepting the invitation. So, of course, one half of the So Problematic podcast, let them know who you are, baby.
Yes, this is CC from So Problematic, one half of So Problematic at the moment, but hopefully she'll be joining us soon. And we're just two queens who just love to talk about any and everything, topics that are mostly about women, especially Black women who need to be heard. And we're here to cause problems, which is why we're called So Problematic. So be prepared always, and we're ready.
Yes, love it. I love it. Absolutely. I like to shake up the building. So in regards to our topic, basically energy is real, which we all know about that. If you don't, you must be living under the rock, or you must just like that negative, nasty shit. So, But I also like to end up asking people. Sometimes I don't even ask them. Sometimes I basically just could tell. How accessible is your energy to people? Are you easily to be able to allow people to affect yours? Are you open and wide open to allow people to enter into your energy? So in regards to that, how do you guys protect your energy from others? Willis face, I can't with your face, Willis.
I can start. How do I protect my energy from others? I guess when it's a new person, I'm one of those people that watches, pick up, feel what the energy is in the room. They say read the room, like legit read the room, and if there's some things that I hear them say and I know I don't fuck with it, then I'm like, okay, I'm good off you.
Yeah.
But obviously I think everybody almost had like maybe one of those friends in the past that you may have cut off because they bring bad energy. There's always something, and you like, you know what, enough is enough. You cut that energy out of your life. You cut that person out of your life. I think that's the only way to protect it. Watch and cut off if it does become in your circle.
Absolutely. Anybody else?
I'll speak on with me being into Reiki and energy healing. I've also deep dive, which is where my business comes in, and always been solid with gemstones and crystals. So you're not gonna find me without a crystal. I keep a protection crystal on me, but also, as V was saying, I just watch. I pay attention, and it's funny. I was always the person to say yes and overwhelm myself, and not realizing that it's okay to say no. So that's another way that I'm protecting my energy. And it's just the most just like putting myself first because I think that's important. If you don't have, if your energy is not there, you're continually doing things for people, who's going to fill you up? So I'm starting to like really just focus on me. And if I have the energy to give to them or want their energy, because I think sometimes you can have good people and they're so used to you saying yes to when you start saying no. I'm not going to say negative energy, but the energy can shift. And at that point, it's like, okay, that's how we rocking. And so it's just, um, just watching your people and people you don't know and just trusting yourself when it comes to making those decisions.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Brittany, you have something to say?
Oh, I keep playing with the mute unmute, but this is new to me. I don't use StreamYard, but yeah, I can chime in. I can definitely piggyback off of Crystal and say I think it's really important. I'm a firm believer in protecting your peace. Got to protect your
Mm-hmm.
peace at all costs. Setting those healthy boundaries. That's what you were talking about knowing when to say no. Knowing when to say no. I'm not comfortable doing this, or I cannot do this. That's how I protect my own energy because I'm not about to feed into somebody else, and I don't believe in matching energy either, because we'll get into that. But I definitely believe in setting healthy boundaries. It's always, what point do you have to prove to other people? So what, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those things that we have to look at when it comes to kind of reading the energy in the room, for me anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say something. I think it's also not only like knowing the what the other person is giving off, but the way that it impacts you, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
think somebody was alluding to like if you walk into a room and you were feeling good, and now all of a sudden there's a shift in you, they might not have been they might not have needed to say anything, they might not have needed to look a certain way or anything like that. But I think because I do believe that we are spiritual beings, right? So I do believe that there's a level of um, spirit sees spirit, right? And I think that there's a way it's like, let me see my discernment because something
Yeah,
I'm not at peace right now. I don't feel grounded right now, right? And I think being able to do what everybody's been talking about and just kind of observing them, right? But also keeping yourself emotionally safe, keeping yourself safe in your body and all those different things. I think it's super important too.
absolutely. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, okay. This is StreamYard. So but yeah, so I definitely agree on in regards when it comes to that. So my thing is definitely protecting it, guarding it, and just basically, like you said, spirit reads other spirits, energy read other energy. And I'm definitely the type of person when people, especially consistently, give off negative energy. I'm the cutoff queen. I just don't end up having time for it. Even like what V was saying, cutting off friends. I would cut off friends, family members, co-workers. I don't care who you are. I'm sorry. This is you ain't got if I would cut off my sorry mom, but love you mom, but I would cut off my mama if she's in there and she give up some negative energy. Like seriously, because it's just the fact at certain point we talk about basically teaching our kids to at least have the tools better than what we didn't have into making sure that they're generational wealth, generational knowledge, emotional intelligence. So it's like if we keep taking the bullshit, how can we show them? Because we could tell our kids every day, all day, but our kids don't really care about what we really saying. They really care about what they see us do. They mimic what we do overall. So they see us continue to take the bullshit. They're like, well, I seen mommy and daddy do it, so it's okay. That's love. So like I just don't take it from anybody. And that's like me saying also that's like even if I meet somebody, I give you a silver platter. At the end of the day, you got a silver platter with three-course meal. You choose to fuck that up and just choose to elevate your meal from McDonald's to, filet mignon, or you decide to drop the tray and you fuck yourself up. Like, and we're no longer friends. We're no longer anything, because that's how I feel like when you first come and you start off a friendship, you start off with trust, loyalty, whatever, especially if you know you're building into a friendship. But it's only a person will really fuck themselves up. It all depends on if they choose to take that friendship to elevate it, to respect it, or they just choose to sit there and just wipe it out and just be like, you know what, this is not important to me. But so other than that, in regards just not only just protecting your energy from others, why do you guys actually think that it's important to protect your energy? I guess I'll start.
I'm about to say, I guess I'll start, but go ahead, Q.
Listen, it's gonna get deeper. Don't worry about it. And it's gonna get hot with more tea just at the beginning. But my thing is, I feel like it's important because again, it's just the fact of energy transfer. And even when I tell my son when he's arguing with his girlfriend, you could feel certain people energy, even those that live in your house, if they're going through a rough day, if they're going through a bad day. So I feel like it's very important to protect yours because it transferred to you. You could be the most happiest, jolliest person, but if you either near that person that's going through either an argument, a situation, or whatever the case may be, it could really transfer into your internal being where you feel that energy, and now you feeling sad, now you feeling frustrated, now you feeling these air emotions, and you're asking yourself why are you feeling like this when there's nothing not going on, anything going on in you or with you, and you were just up here just happy smiling, and all of a sudden because that person's energy transferred, or either they're around you in a close proximity, or either you're in a room with them, it's like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on with me? So I really feel like it's very important to protect it, for you to, again, to not allow other people's emotions to transfer and to come off on you, and in regards to that, but just in regards to just to making sure you keep your sanity and your mental, so it feel like you just don't want to take on anybody else's bullshit. Because I be telling my son like, yo, get that out my house. Like seriously, get that out my house. If you arguing with her today, you gonna have to go outside on the sidewalk, because not today.
And just to piggyback on what you're saying, um, one of my sister circles, she actually put me on. I pick up energy really, really quick. I'm learning more about myself. I'm an empath. So, regardless of the situation of me protecting, I protect myself very heavy, but I can still feel the energy and it hits me really heavy. So, the one thing that she put me on game with is send that bullshit back. and light and love. You know what? It came to me, but that's not mine. So I send it back to sender with light and love. I don't want you. I don't want to send you the same shit that you gave me. So I'm gonna send it back, but in a positive light. And that's that has been helping. And with me, like I'm married. I have a teenager, so I feel their energy all the time. Not to mention when it's big crowds. I'm the type if I'm around it can be a good time, but I can be drained from just taking on being around people from so much.
Yeah.
And, that's definitely something that I feel that we need to do is, protect ourselves, but also knowing when we need to be by ourselves because sometimes you just need that space and that time to just mentally just let go and get your shit back together because if you don't, I feel like it's just one of them things when one thing is sick, when one pain in your body happens, you don't take care of it. It's just like the triple effect. Everything be happening. And so just sending it back, doing whatever you can. And like you said, if it's gonna be an argument, just don't be around me with it. Take it out there and just
Exactly.
any way you can protect it. And I think we say with people, but I also believe energy is in objects and things. I've been in places and it put me in a bad space because the energy wasn't there. And I'm like, you know what? I got to get up out of here. And so it's not always people, it's your surroundings, just being aware of where you go and where you're allowing yourself to be accessible to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else?
To piggyback off of Crystal, she touched on so many good things. But I was going to say the same thing. Like there's been plenty of times, like I'm engaged now, but there was plenty of times in our past, in my relationship leading up to this point where, the energy will come this way and you don't know where it's coming. It could be from them having a bad day at work or this argument with the parents or whatever going on with them that day, but it comes home and you're like, well, why, what, is something wrong? Is nothing? And they give you that energy. And instead of, because there was a time where I would react, like you said, match that energy, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Matching that energy does not help. It then makes the situation that was nothing, it wasn't even about you, make it bigger than what it already was, right? So for me, what I've learned, and I'm not saying I'm 100% passing all tests, but what I'm learning is that I just be like, okay, well, you obviously need some you time. I'm gonna let you go, you go to your man cave or you go to your place, you get right, and I'll be upstairs. You have to distance yourself from your energy being exhausted, distance yourself from possibly going on E for something that has nothing to do with you, or even if it does have something to do with you, if they approach you in the wrong manner, it's like, you're not coming at me the right way. I'm going to let you do you and I'm going to go over here, because going back to a place where you don't want to be, where you've grown from, and it's for something so minute from somebody who probably doesn't even matter, or they'll get over it, it's not worth it. So I think it's very important to protect your energy because once you give it all out, what you going to have left? No one's going to be coming by to check up on you, seeing what's going on. No one's saying if you need help with this, that, and the third, and you got papers to write, work to do over the weekend. You got stuff that you have to do. People got kids, all that fast. So why give out the energy where you probably would have been happy? Oh, we're going to the kids' soccer game, and you're passing off that bad energy to your kids, to your friends, to brunch. No, we're going to stop that link here where I'm like, okay, unless you do you.
I like what Crystal said. Send that back with light and love. I need
I
to start doing that because being around negative energy, it's like triggering for me, especially as a kid where you really can't control where you're at or the people you're around. So I just go into my bubble and I kind of zone out. And I caught myself doing that in my adulthood. And I had to go to therapy to realize why I do that and try to prevent myself or being more self-aware when I do that. Because I could be ignoring my spouse, kids, anybody. I'm in my bubble. I'm in my zone. I don't care what's going around me because it's negative energy out there. But I'm going to try to send that back with light and love. I'm going to try that. I like that. I'm going to try that.
I do like that. That's something that definitely she just added to my bag of tools and tricks. Absolutely. Cece, you have anything to say to add in on this?
Listen, all of these points, I'm like, yes, yes, the energy, everything y'all saying, that part, and that part. But no, just to like, because even growing up, you feel like you said, you don't have control over the energy that's around you, but you witness it and you see it and you feel like it's normal. Like you grow up and you feel like it's normal. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like once you come to and you realize that those teachings were not where you're supposed to be, you have to learn how to take yourself out of that. And that's a hard task being an adult because you're already going through your everyday life anyway. You're trying to pay bills, you're trying to feed your family. It's really hard to have that self-care to say, hey, I need to protect my energy. That
Yeah.
toxic family member, I need to move away from. And
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn that myself. You know what I mean? So it's like, and this is a person who raised me. And I just was like, no, I have to cut you off. Like, I have to be selfish with my energy.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do. So it's like, listen, sometimes you just got to be like, not today,
Mm-hmm.
not tomorrow, and not in my future. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so to get more into some hot tea, listen, I hope nobody don't work for the government, and if you do, I hope they're not watching. Um, cause listen. Okay, so when it comes to basically energy and protecting it, what do you guys basically think in regards to places, things? Because even Crystal say like objects, places, things, certain things, not just people. It affects your energy. So I'm going to tap on four things, and like I said, I don't hope nobody job ain't watching, but other than that, things that I feel like that it could affect your energy is what about what you guys think about work? Do you guys actually think work could affect your fucking energy?
Is
Hell
that
to the
even a
fuck
real
yes.
question?
Like, what you mean? All the
No, because
goddamn,
listen, I had to
all
ask
the
that question.
workplaces.
I had to ask the question because we y'all you guys know y'all see certain people that be walking around the job and looking like everything's all right, and you know, but you know it, everything is not all right. Nancy, Karen.
Sue.
So,
So
yes.
it's like I had to throw that question out there because sometimes I'm gonna tell you what I'll be thinking sometimes at my desk. I'm like, bitch, do you even like I just feel like sometimes people don't they go off feeling like it's not a problem at work, and I call those the kiss answers. When I see so much, and I'm a very big observer, and I observe everything. It's like I'm literally just like a fly on a wall, and I'm an invisible woman. And it's like you be seeing everything. It be like, damn. Especially if somebody walk past my desk, I'd be like, ooh, god damn, the energy is thick and real. Or you'll see somebody that end up don't liking somebody. They'll talk to you about this person. Then you see them talking to the person, and it was like, are we back on the playground? I thought you said you was gonna stay away from her because she not good or the energy is nasty. So I had to throw work in there because I see a lot of two-faced shit, and the energy is really suck ass when it comes to employment at jobs.
So to speak on that, I've been in education my whole life, 10 plus years. I actually used to work at a post-secondary office, well, university. And when I tell you, because I wasn't in the space that I am now on my journey, I used to come home taking out, taking it out on my kids. And at that point,
Mm,
they 5, 6. They're not doing anything but what 5, 6 year olds would do, be kids. But
mhm,
I would already be so frustrated for what I had just the energy exchange. And I was one that I enjoyed my job. I did my job. And when people see you do a good job or you help them, they take advantage of that. They use your energy. And like I said, they're not giving it back to you. So I had to go. So now and being on my spiritual journey, yes, I work, but I work from home. I refuse to be in a setting unless it's about wellness, unless something that's going to build in me and bring into me because energy vampires, man, let me tell you. It's like they know you, so they come, and I'm a country girl. I was always taught to speak, be nice. So sometimes I don't always catch it up front, like, Crystal, stay away. I'm inviting them in, and even sometimes I don't invite them in. They just see, like, it's just like, oh, she's cool. She got a light. Let me go talk to her, and then it's just like I am trying to get out of. I believe there's good in everybody, regardless of
Mhm.
the situation, but that belief has put me in some situations that I'm healing from because I didn't trust myself or trust the energy then to be like, don't fuck with that. That ain't you. And now where, Q, where you were saying that, you'll give them a platter and you'll cut them off if they don't do, they don't even get that in the beginning. If I feel that we ain't matching, it ain't right,
Mhm.
I can't offer you anything. And
Yeah.
so I don't even give them the chance to take. I try to stop it because I've been in a space where I wasn't doing that. And now, even though, I speak with my coworkers online and everything, I sage my computer, I reiki my computer. Let me tell you, it look because I even though we're not in person, you can tell people's
Mhm.
energy by the way they communicate with you, regardless if it's talking or texting gets people in a lot of trouble. Or if I, reach
Ooh.
out to my coworker and you put the exclamation point or what did not tell you, hold up. Like,
Oh
it's
wow.
like, so it's just one of them things to where I protect myself, but I keep the energy flowing all through the electronics and everything because if they could get to you, they will.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me revise that. When I say I give them to like a silver platter, I mean to people that already passed the test that doesn't have the negative energy. If I'm gaining and building towards friendship with them, you have to before you even get a platter, you have to end up already past that point of okay, I'm going to fuck with you. If I'm not going to fuck with you, there's you not getting anything. So I just want to rephrase that because listen, honey child, bye. I say this is about quality, not quantity. But what you guys think in regards to work energy?
I shut it down. I don't play. I ain't got time for that. I'm like such a bubbly person when it comes to work. Like I like to get along and start off on the right foot. So I feel like once you give me any inch of negative, I shut it down. I don't have time for that. I don't care if you, the manager, the supervisor, the VP, I will do it. And you could ask any and everybody. I don't title doesn't mean nothing to me. I need to protect my energy. You are human just like I am, right? You're on this earth for your purpose and I'm on here for mine. So we just go, hey, okay? And if we don't get along, just walk past me and don't talk to me. I'm okay with that. You're not hurting my feelings. That's how I feel. And I feel like as long as we're respecting each other, we can go about our business. Because this is for me to get paid, pay my bills. I don't have time for you.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think for me,
I'm just saying.
No, but you're right though. You listen, and that's how I feel too. Um, that's why I think because sir, I don't know. I never really go into a job gaining or looking for friends to gain friends. It just automatically happen. And then when I see that that does happen, I make sure I end up just putting like limitations or either like a wait a minute, because my thing is I don't know, maybe it's a protection mechanism with me. I need to know who sent you, where you come from, and why you're here. Cause I'm just sorry. Like I just need to know. Like we not about to do this, and we already know how people are, especially in 2022. They are even more vicious than they was back in 1990, and it's just so crazy that it's like we have to do that, but that's our reality that we live in. Because I need to know what your motherfucking intentions is. Don't sit at I'm sitting at this table by myself for a reason. Don't come over here. What's up? What you want? What you want? So in regards to even what affects your energy, I know you guys gonna be like, I'm not even gonna go on that one first. I'm gonna say that for last because y'all probably be like, what you think? So I'm gonna say that one for last. So what in regards to other things that affect your energy? You guys think narcissists affect your energy? Narcissist people?
Really? Really, sir?
Is that even a question?
Really? Girl. I'm going back on mute.
First of all, I lived with one.
Oh, Jesus.
The person raised me, okay? That's what I'm talking about when it comes from the childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
That narcissist raised me to the point where I was very vulnerable amongst that. So then therefore my energy is negative. So I had to learn how to take myself out of that and be like, no. But I kept falling for it because I felt like that was normal.
Mm-hmm.
Because narcissists do that. They persuade you and get you to be vulnerable towards them, to get you to fall for the things that they're talking about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The energy was pulling me and it was pulling me until I realized like, no, this ain't it. I don't care who you are. This can't be it.
Yeah.
Narcissists are the worst. You understand me?
Mm.
I had to go seek help. And homeboy, you know what I'm talking about. I had to go seek help. I thought something was wrong with me.
Mm.
That shit is real.
Wow.
I don't play with narcissists. That's one thing I don't play with. Once I pick up that energy, you're out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Gotcha.
I think everyone had like some type of situation with a narcissist, so they knew exactly what it was. You know, I think someone, even if it was like a family member or a friend, I had a situation where I had a coworker who I became. Now I don't get too close with coworkers because of this situation. Shout out to Q with her. But whole situation, she broke down at work. I don't got nowhere to live. They taking my kids. Oh, this whole situation. I let them stay in my living room. All this for yeah. She was with me for years.
Girl, bye, child.
Took about 2 to 3 years to come to find out she don't even got no kids. She don't have no kids. What
she was lying?
Listen, I've heard of, excuse my language, but I heard bitches saying they don't got kids. But I never heard of bitches lying that they do got kids. I've never heard of this shit in my
Yo.
Bring that back. I've never in my life heard of a woman lying about having kids.
Oh wow!
Never in my
Well,
life.
how did she think that was gonna go over, knowing the fact if you had her
and I was
live
her family,
with you,
and she's like, "Yeah, those are my boys over there." I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, I'm not gonna go up to her mom like, "Oh, well, those are kids." Like, that's stupid.
Yeah,
like, that's stupid. Like, no, it took for her my birthday. Had her and her sister come over, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go. I'm picking up the boys." And I was like, "Oh, you picking them up? You know, auntie duties? Okay." Like, what are you talking about? Those are mine.
Damn.
So they were your sister's kids. You've been telling people they were your kids the whole time. Like, what kind of narcissist behavior is that? You're doing that. You about to cut your risk in the tub because they about to take your kids, but you don't got no kids, man.
See, told you the craziness,
girl. First of all, now, but it wasn't funny then. That's when you really be like, yo, people are really fucked up.
See, that's why I say they crazy compared to 1990 to 2022. Like they just like the fuck.
I'm telling you, that situation happened to me. So now I'm on the same level as you, Queen. Like, why are you coming my way? What you want? Stay away. No, you can't. No, we can't do no happy hours. Nope. Triggered.
Do you think with social media nowadays is creating more narcissists?
I was being called the devil. I was influencing my siblings to do certain things. I was literally on suicidal watch at one point because I felt like that was me. I felt like I really was like evil spirit, like because she would definitely tell me that that's what I was. Narcissist.
Wow.
She would she would use the Bible against me. That's how bad it used to be. Yeah, that's what I'm telling y'all. Like narcissists, I'm telling. If I could go deeper into it, I would. But that shit
Yo,
is
I was just thinking the
crazy.
same thing, but I'm not even going to touch that because Jesus
Look,
Christ.
I'm telling you, narcissists, they are very delusional in their life, and I don't need that energy. I don't.
one time is good enough.
Wow. So what about you guys? What you guys think? Brittany, Crystal.
Well,
Oh,
I was just listening, right? Coming from a therapeutic standpoint, we got to define narcissism, right? Because I feel like a lot of people are using that word and don't really know what it means, and they're kind of connecting that to the energy, right? So I'm not narcissist because I'm kind to people. Well, no, you lack empathy. No, you attention seeker. You look for admiration. You are arrogant, self-centered. All of those things are characteristics and qualities of a narcissist, and they don't even realize they're doing it. So it changes the whole vibe when they walk into somewhere. And it's funny because when you're sitting next to somebody that is narcissistic that doesn't know that they are, I immediately do vibe checks when I walk into the room. Okay, like we talked about earlier, kind of, observing what's going on, what's happening here, and how I can protect my peace amongst these people that I'm sitting with. But I'm with is it TC? I'm sorry, I forgot your name. But so problematic. I'm with her in terms of shutting it down from the beginning. I shut it down. I can let it get to a point where you can kind of reflect some of that off on me. No, we're not doing that. Like let's check it at the door. It is what it is. I respect you. Getting back to the workplace thing. Prior to, I respect you. I am a firm believer. I learn professional clap back. If I ain't learned nothing else, I'm gonna professionally clap back and go my separate way, and that's it. That's it. That's how I shut it down. So that's my 2 cents on narcissistic behavior, even in the workplace. It's everywhere. It's outside the work. It's everywhere. People are just
Yeah, and I think like even like a lot of therapists, actually Brytn, I think we was talking about this not too long ago. I'm like, therapists cannot stand trying to treat a narcissist because there's no treatment for it. You can't there is none, because what a narcissist will do, a narcissist will go to therapy to find new tactics, new ways to manipulate other people.
Yep.
So like and what, because the narcissist will mirror, right, the behaviors and all that stuff of another person. If they know, then they'll be able to use those things against them, right? So it's almost like they go to therapy for training in a way.
Yeah.
And they do it in such a unique way that some therapists don't even realize it, right? Or some therapists think that they're really progressing and they're doing their thing, where a narcissist is really just almost like sharpening their skills, right? But even outside of that, I think when it comes down to like a narcissist, I'm naturally an introvert anyway. And I think, like a lot of y'all said, like I do a lot of observing and all those wonderful things. And I'm the type that I just don't give you anything. Like I can be cordial, but I will legitimately stop talking in the middle of a conversation because I know that now you're looking for something to feed off of. If I don't give you anything else, you have nothing else to do. You can go on to the next person.
Yeah.
So for me, like I don't need to like I'm never gonna be the one that's like, yo, you're this, you're that, you're being so centered, because they fuel off that.
Yeah.
They want that because it feeds into their attention-seeking behaviors, right? Like, but if you literally are like, they have nothing to go off. They get bored. They get bored of your lack of emotion and your lack of responsiveness, and so they move on to somebody else that's going to give them that attention, that's going to give them those words, that fuel and all that stuff. So I legitimately just shut down, because for me, I look at it as like, when you go into like low power mode, like your phones and stuff.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going into low power mode because I do have high energy a lot of the time. I'm reserving my energy for somebody that's worth it. You, sweetheart, you're just not worth it. I don't even have to explain that to you. I'm just going to display it by me just
Wow.
You get bored off that.
Yeah, exactly. Woo, Jesus. Okay,
I
now.
want to say I admire y'all so much because y'all are speaking where I'm trying to get. Like I haven't gotten to that point to be. I don't want to say cold, but to me, this is like, Crystal, this is where you need to be. Because a lot of times I let it go too far before I've invested too much before I get to the point like it's not worth it. Like you doing this by yourself. Like, and I can see what's happening. But once again, I believe the good, they don't mean it. And then it's to a point like you just got played, girl. Like, so it's like I want to get to the point to where, like I love so problematic. Cece, I shut it down. It was just like cut, like, and that's what I really want to get to because, like I said, they remind me of energy vampires. It's just, and if you give them a little bit, they're gonna take it as far as they can, and I
Yeah.
want to get to the point to where they're not getting there with me. So I'm gonna put my face on. I'm gonna think about CC, shut it off. Like,
Say it. Just shut
Yes,
it off.
exactly.
Even if you got to give them the hand, just like, no, we're not doing that.
And so, in regards to that, also, I'm about to go to this, and I did touch on this a little bit. What you guys think about family and friends? And Cece already touched a little bit on it too, like with. Because listen, and the thing is, because I get people in my life that say to me, "Q, you mean?" or "Q, you just be cutting everybody off," or "You gonna cut so many people off that you gonna be by yourself." And it's not even that. It's just the fact that I feel like I do that for one, not just protecting my energy, my peace, and my space, but I do that because I feel like, especially when it comes to family members and friends, I feel like they think they automatically get a pass to keep fucking you over repeatedly, over and over and over and over. And at some point, it's like, who want to stop it? The only person that could stop it and set boundaries and set a line is you. And then they do it to the fact they thinking that they're going to a couple of days or a couple of months, a couple of weeks going to go by. They come back to you like nothing even happened, like, or shit ain't even happened. And like we supposed to just pick up where you left off. And it's not that. And it's like, if anybody's supposed to know you, I would think that your family and friends will know you because they've been around you for years. They've been around you the most. They know your personality, know what your shit is inside and out. But it's just like, I feel like they just automatically get that just pass. And me, it's just like, I can't give it to, family members. I just can't, because I'm expecting more from you. The same way as you're expecting more from me as a daughter, a sister, a this and that. I'm expecting more from you to not to suck my motherfucking energy and for you not to bring negative energy to me. So it's like they just automatically just think they can just get it and just do it and just think, oh, girl, my God. Girl, no. I see you at that cookout and I will walk away from you quick. And it's times that I don't even go story time. Thanksgiving probably has been probably this past year, the driest Thanksgiving my family ever had. Especially when it came to, when you got the matriarchs and patriarchs that's passed away and that's gone, it's like it's dry. So it's like our generation is not really keeping it up too much. And so my mom generation, they trying their best to keep it up. But it's just the fact is that I won't go to family gatherings if I know certain particular people will be there. Because I feel like if I go there and I prepare my sage, my, my palo, all that stuff, doing all that woosah, I feel like I come back home drained than I did going there, because it's like I had to mentally prepare myself. I'm in a room with somebody that's like I don't agree with or just sucking the life out of me. And so by the time I come home, I'm burnt as hell. I'm drained. The energy is completely drained. And it just be so much to the fact that I say, you know what? I'm just not going to go. Because I'd rather just keep the continued peace with myself and just keep the positive energy for me to end up just going and knowing the fact that by the time I feel like I'm about to go to my mother's house Thanksgiving, and it's like I feel like I'm about to go to a 9 to 5 and have to work and then come home retired. Like I just don't agree with that. So me, I'm very quick when it comes to cutting anybody off. Like I said, even with my mom, if I had to do that. And one time at one point, honestly, you guys, I had to do that at one point because parents are not exempt at all. They are not. Because at the end of the day, forget that I'm your daughter. Forget that you had me. I'm still a woman. I'm still a human being. I'm still a person. We have to be able to treat each other as such. Don't think because I'm your daughter, or you're my mom, it's everything else goes out the window, and it could be just whatever, and you can spew whatever negative energy on your children. You cannot do that because at the end of the day, these people are still their own individual human beings. So you have to be careful on what you be able to do because at the end of the day, give respect where respect is given. That's how I feel. But what you guys think?
So, with my own therapy journey, my therapist prescribed this book called "Set Boundaries, Find Peace." Right, and through that book, I realized that there are a lot of boundaries that are being crossed with my own very mother. So piggybacking off of the mother aspect of it, and I'm like, you don't realize something. Other people outside of your situation, they're like, dang, that's rough, and dang, everybody have problems with their family, or I'm like, but I don't want to be a part of the status quo where it's like, oh, everybody has problems with the family, you just deal with it. No, I don't have to deal with it. I'm an adult. I understand underneath my roof, my rules, been gone. But now as an adult, it's like, okay, there has to be that mutual respect, and I need to put boundaries financially, mentally, my energy, like everything, because even your own parents, even your favorite cousin can literally still drain everything out of you. And without putting those boundaries in place, you won't have nothing left. And you're wondering, like, it was to a point where I would get to see the name on my phone, and I'd be like, what she want?
Yeah,
you don't want to get that way with your own parents or your family.
Yeah, you don't. You do not
You
want
don't want to get that way.
Yeah, and it's like it's sad because it seemed like you have to, and then it's like I did not try to remember what my therapist ended up telling me. It's like, what I'm saying, she applied the tools to give me, but it's like she even tell me, like, what I'm saying, you have, because even she tried to talk me into end up going, not talking me into, but applying the tools to get to me for me to end up going to the Thanksgiving dinner. And I was like, it's not happening. You could give me 50 million tools. It just can't happen. And she respected that. But I really had to talk to her, I think probably throughout the week of leading up to the Thanksgiving, because it was just the fact of, okay, I don't want to disappoint my mom, but then again, I don't want to sit there and I don't want to sacrifice my peace.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, child, I just can't. And I even had to think like with, even like you said, well, I say family members, some family members too, like even like you, and it's so crazy that you mentioned something about a cousin. And I had one of my cousins, we were very, 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 very close. And it's like we had outings, and meaning like disagree. Now I won't even say disagreements. It's like straight up just argument, outing, just like I just had to cut her off. And then I remember one time we came back together and we started talking again. And it was like, me, I don't do the baseball. I don't believe in 3 strikes you out. I may give you a second chance when it comes to my family members, but I'm not giving you the third chance. And the love don't get lost. I always love my family members, but it's just like with her, it was just, there was no maturity or growth for me, that when she did come back, it was like, you just basically showed me the reason why I cut you off the first time, because now what you're doing now. So now it's like I feel punked. I feel fucked. I feel like, why did I even give you a chance to even come, and end up now we back to where we just came from a year ago, and you just came back into my life. So it's just the fact is that I'm just very, very cautious, even when it comes to family members too. And it is what it is.
I
And
think. Go ahead. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I think it was family members. Like, since they know you so well, they kind of know what buttons to push. And I think, like with me, I had to realize they would take me out my character. Like, naturally, I'm a nice person, very chill, very mellow. But for them to push me to where I don't even recognize myself, that's when I kind of realized I need to draw boundaries, because I don't like being that person. And then you expect a level, like you were saying earlier, of like some type of respect from your family, or you don't expect them to do that. And when they do that, you're kind of looking at like, I don't know. For me, it was rage, but like, I don't want to be around it anymore. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be around you. Like you said, if you're going to be at the cookout, I'm not showing up. I don't care who made the sweet potato. I mean, the potato salad. I don't care. So bring me a plate. I'm not coming.
Listen, exactly. And that's exactly what my mother did. My mother was like, because I had to talk to her. And I was like, I can't do it. She was like, I understand. I respect it. She was like, you know what? I just end up sending you and my grandson a plate. And that's what she did. Because I honestly, no, my son did go. My son went. I didn't go. So I'm like, no matter what, I'm still there, but not there. So because he showed up and he's staying there for both of us, but he didn't even stay there long. So so it's like, mm-mm. So in regards to that, last but not least, social media. Cece, I cannot with.
It's very
Listen,
toxic.
Q,
It's very,
I
very
ain't got
toxic.
time for you today, okay? I ain't got time for you today. I really don't. Like,
Oh my.
I'm starting to feel like this energy that you keep bringing up. No, I'm just playing. As far as social media, I just feel like the energy is what you follow, because I feel like you can control what you follow, and you can control how much you see of it. If you choose to be on social media all day, then that's what you're choosing to do, and you're choosing to feed your spirit with negative energy. So you have to learn how to take yourself out of that and say, hey, let me take a break from social media because I'm seeing too much negativity. I'm seeing too much this and that. So I feel like you can control that, but people choose not to.
Yeah.
Because they want to know what's going on. Everybody wants to know what's going on. I'm gonna miss something. I'm gonna miss what Jay-Z got going on. I'm gonna miss what's the girl that's dating Diddy. Like, it's just too much stuff going on that people feel like they're gonna miss. So I'm just saying,
That's funny as hell you said that. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't even know you, so why would you miss what they doing? Like, they don't even know you exist.
I have never been concerned about celebrities. Like, I have been around people and they will have debates. Like, it will go from a disagreement to arguments about celebrities. And I'm just like, okay, did I miss something? Did y'all go spend, their birthday with them? Like, are you that invested to where you are willing to mess up a friendship? Because at that point, it gets disrespectful. Like, I've seen, like, it goes from your opinion to disrespectful. And at that point, we doing this about somebody that don't know either of us. So we gonna do that. Imagine when it gets personal, how that level's gonna go. So social media is social media.
Yeah.
I'm on it because of my business, for the most part. And I agree with CC. I follow people that, inspire me. That's funny because comedy keeps me going, laughing, dance music. But when it gets to all the little negative talk, and I just can't do it, because at the end of the day, if I'm watching it, I'm in taking it. Regardless, some people can just watch it and cut it off, but it's just like I'm living what they're saying, and I don't even know these people,
Yeah.
and it's just so I'm like, yeah, I just stay away from that.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm just gonna say this before we have to go, unfortunately. But I think it becomes really toxic when you're starting to argue, like you said, with somebody all the way in California somewhere in a whole nother state about what's the latest thing with Michael B. Jordan and Lloyd Harvey. Like, are you fucking her? Are you fucking him? What are we talking about? Like, who heart broke? Like, tell me. What does it matter? Are they paying you? Is your bank account different? Like, I'm not her fault, his fault. They're not together. They're together. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, what is it profiting you?
That's true. That's true.
Right. What is it profiting you? Yeah, of course. With certain podcasts, you gotta be staying with the current topics. But when you get to the point where you're arguing with somebody and you're going back and forth, or you have to make a comment on this and all this on Facebook and all those places, you're putting too much energy into it. It's literally, you don't realize how much is affecting you until you realize you're 36 comments deep and you're like, oh, now I don't want to waste my energy on it. Girl, you didn't already experience.
Girl, bye. And it's not even and the sad thing, it's not even the women, it's a lot of the men.
It's a lot of the men too. And then of course it be women too. Like, well, I don't think we should. You're still thinking why? Go somewhere. But anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for the opportunity. I appreciate you, Q.
Absolutely.
Come back anytime. You know how we do it. And also with the other ladies here, we would love to collab anytime. You guys have great energy and great spirits, and we would love to do it again.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Tell the people where they could be able to find you and what you guys got coming up before you guys exit the building.
Yeah, Drunk with Friends on IG, Facebook, on all streaming platforms, Pandora, YouTube, Castbox, Alexa, everywhere, Spotify, everywhere. We are on our sabbatical. We just had our drunk anniversary about a month ago. We're going to be back into the ring probably the next 2 or 3 weeks to give out some good more content and reevaluating and restructuring some things, and of course getting some merch out there, trying to get some things rolling on the next year 4 coming up. So definitely reach out and connect, and we would love to do future things. And also for the new followers, I don't believe that we can't share followers, which you come out on Monday, I'll come out on Tuesday, share the love, share the energy, and have some good times.
Yes.
Take shots.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again for coming. I appreciate it.
See you, loves.
All right. So yeah, definitely social media. Social media listen, I had experiences on social media. It's a drainer. And just basically what CC said, I don't live my life on it, but my business. I think a lot of us on here, our businesses, our podcasts and stuff like that, because it's another form of marketing, advertisement. So what I had to do was I had to end up balancing myself to say, okay, I'm going to get social media much time, and then I'm out and I'm off. And I had to realize that. And then I also had to do some detox cleaning to who I follow. And what comes up on my feed, because especially with the previous or past experiences I had on Instagram and then multiple of on YouTube, it was just like, nope, I'm not doing it. You guys know, you guys ain't knew who the fuck I was before, and now I'm about to disappear. You guys, whoever, ain't about to know who I am now. And it's like you just gonna have to earn to see who the fuck I am, or to see me, period. You either follow me, you don't follow me, but I'm not about to go on other people's platforms or other people things and get into the whole war 2 with other people, because some people don't know how to control their emotions, or they don't understand that people have different perspectives or personalities when it comes. And then especially you being a woman, and a black woman, and a dark-skinned black woman, as that a lot of people sit there and would take my passion as aggression. And as a lot of people don't be understanding That's not what it is. And I feel like as a lot of people get to know me, they be like, how the fuck can they really call that aggression, Q? I don't understand that. And then some people can relate, some people can't relate. And that's why I say that I'm for some people and I'm not for a lot of people. And I understand that. But that's why I have to definitely separate myself from just giving this amount of time and then deuces. Y'all see the next time. And I separate myself so much to the fact that I even got a social media manager. Because I just do not want to, how can I say? I just have to really protect myself and protect my peace. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Because even like I said, with the previous experiences, it makes me say, you got to tighten your shit up a little bit more, Qua.
I think it's important for you to remember too, because I had to learn this lesson, is to kind of let people be responsible for their own emotions. Shit, how you feel is how you feel. We choose our attitude, we set the tone, we set our energy. So if somebody comment on it, I used to be heavy into my comment section. I would go back and forth with people a long time ago, but then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna pour into that. Why? Because it doesn't benefit me in any type of way. You're responsible for how you feel. I'm responsible for how I feel. I choose to live by my life values. This is something I said, something I post, something I feel. Don't care what you think.
Yeah.
And I mean, because we can follow, we can unfollow, but sometimes there's some people, like family, like friends, that still got something to say, or may post something real stupid. So it's just a matter of letting them be responsible for how they feel, and just let bygones be bygones. That's just how I get it. That's just how we got to look at it. Sometimes, we
Yeah.
let it go.
And you know what? Also, my certified life coach and meditation coach, she says sometimes a lot of people end up reflecting or um lashing out at you because they see something in you within themselves, or they see something that they probably want within you that they haven't yet gained within themselves. And I take it in that aspect, and that makes me say, okay, got it. It's not about me. It's about you. And I understand that. So I'm not about to give you that energy. And I understand that a lot of people are not even there yet, where sometimes that could be triggering traumas for people. And it's okay. And I understand that. So I'm gonna be like, listen, I ain't gonna argue with you because I understand it's not about me. It's about you, sir and ma'am. But yeah. So other than that, that's all I have for this episode. We're not about to drain this out because we know at the end of the day, energy is real. It's about protecting it. It's about basically just you know, just being mature enough to be able to cut people off when it's time and don't allow people to suck you dry. Don't allow people to sit there and to take advantage of you, and create standards and boundaries. And when you set them, don't modify them for someone. Don't modify them for a particular person that come in your life. Say, oh well, I got this standard, I got this boundary. So now because I got this new friend, or I got this new person, or now I got this new girlfriend, or whoever the case come in. Oh, I'm about to modify. No, stick to your standards and stick to your boundaries, because I feel like that eliminates a lot of hurt that people self-reflect on themselves. But what is your give some parting tea to the people that you could give them some advice to take away in regards to this topic? Because I do apologize, you guys. I probably would have had more and went deeper in this. Your girl haven't really feeling too well today. I just want to make sure I keep my commitment to my people because I know they put this in their schedule. And but yeah, so other than that, just give your parting words to the folks and let them know what advice they could be able to take and elevate from this conversation we had tonight.
I'll go. Once again, thank you, Q, for having me. And ladies, I enjoyed, conversing with everyone. Um, I will say the one thing I will say in parting, Crystal always been solid. Protect your peace, and the days that you don't, give yourself grace, because we all figuring this shit out. At the end of the day, um, when Q was just saying don't modify your boundaries, if you happen to do so, realize it and get it back together. So don't go down the rabbit hole like, well, I already done this. So what? It's your life. You can make changes at any time. You can say no at any time. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, I'm a Reiki practitioner. So if there's any stagnant energy or any negative energy that you are having issues releasing or not ready to talk about, that's what Reiki is for. Always been solid. I would love to connect. And I make my gemstone bracelets as well. But just be kind to yourself. You gotta be kind to you and don't let nobody else take advantage of you. And that comes into protecting your energy.
Absolutely. CC?
I just want to say thank you for having me, Q. One half is so problematic. Unfortunately, she couldn't come, but yeah, I just want to say piggyback on just cutting them off. That's what we're gonna do. I don't have time for that. Like, whenever y'all need a reminder, just go like this, okay? But yes, just cutting them off and just focusing on yourself is most important. So I think that um, that's the best advice I can give because it worked for me. So I can only give what I know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Brittany?
Again, thanks for having me. And Asia, she had to run. We appreciate you always. And meeting new faces. I see Cece and her other half all the time. It comes up on my newsfeed all the time. So I'm so happy to be sitting on this forum with you today and meeting Crystal and Drunk with Friends. If I had to I guess sum up or add in my 2 cents, it would just be kind of keeping your power, keeping what's within what you control. And that goes into protecting your peace, your energy, reading the room, choosing your attitude. But the overall or the umbrella is just kind of keeping your power, owning your power. It's yours. So you don't have to give it out to anybody else. Kind of keep it in a little box, take it out when you want, keep it in when you want to. Thank you again.
Absolutely. You're so welcome. You guys could definitely tell the people where you guys could find you at, where you got what you got coming up, or if you're not in rotation right now, where they could be able to go listen to your stuff and when are you coming back out and what you guys have got planned. CC, you wanna go first?
Yes, you can find us on Spotify, Apple, I don't know, all those platforms. We say them all the time, but if anything, just go to Instagram _ so problematic, and you can find us in the link in the bio. So yeah.
Brittany.
We are season 5. That's a lot. Season 5, episode 10. We got 2 more episodes left of the season. After that, we will be taking a little break. We're coming back in the fall with season 6. We got some new heat coming at you, so you can follow us at Just Small Talk, or maybe it's just _ small talk. Just Small Talk. And you can also check us out on all those listening platforms: YouTube, Anchor FM, all the other platforms that were mentioned here tonight.
Absolutely. Crystal.
All right, so I, don't have a podcast, but I be spitting my gems and dropping gems on the reel on Instagram or TikTok. And my Facebook page always been solid. Instagram is always _ been always solid LLC. And yeah, just whatever comes into my spirit, I'm gonna speak it out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you guys already know where you can find me at every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on Instagram. If not, you can definitely find me on YouTube. You can follow me on all social media platforms, all of them, as well as go listen to previous and current seasons of Pillow Talk with the Tea on all podcast platforms as well. Next week we have another one. We're gonna be live with amazing panelists, a group of people. That will be the last show of season 4, Pillow Talk with the Tea. That will be the season finale. Your girl gotta go on a break. I'm exhausted. I am tired, and I still ain't gonna be done yet. But I definitely have to go on a recharge break. But other than that, I see you guys back here next week. Other than that, make sure I hope you guys take all the advice that we gave you guys. Protect your energy, protect your peace, protect your spirit, and know that you're worthy, you're valuable, and you're your most number one and most important advocate is for yourself. And make sure you continue to advocate and for yourself, because nobody will but you. So you guys have a great night. Again, ladies, thank you so much for coming on, accepting my invitation, and blessing my platform. I appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward to see all the good stuff that you guys have coming out, as well as listening to some shows that you guys will be dropping. So you guys have a great night. Peace.